feel something. At last!
Yo, what's up everyone, it's Doovy again with another video. This time with a top 3 decklist for Forged in the Barrens. We have been playing around for about a week now with the Forged in the Barrens and the core expansion altogether. And I think there's 3 decks that are really standing out in the win rates, but also presence in the ladder. 3 decks that I think are currently one of the best decks to play, and will definitely get you some of those juicy points. Alright, so first of all, we have Warlock Control. A lot of people already anticipated this deck to be really good this meta, and it really has shown its strength in Forged in the Barrens. Not a lot of new cards, but the addition of Tamsin Rome can net you 1 or 2 removal spells, shadow removal spells, and besides that, it generally just is the same as before. We still have Hysteria, Soul Shears. I am playing this list with the Artificer in combination with Drained Soul, which has come from the core set and now gains Lifesteal. Combination with the Artificer can give you a lot of health back. I guess there's sometimes aggressive decks or when you're a little bit low on health. While you're also low on health, the reworked version of Lord Jeraxis now does not give you a maximum amount of health of 15 anymore. It gives you 5 armor instead, and that is just a really good buff and a good late game finisher. Just pushing those 6 6s on the board for only 2 mana, keeping control of the board, and healing up above 15 is actually a really big deal. Nothing really that new or anything that innovative. Still with the Soul Shard package, still with the Corrupt packages, Sarge getting all of those value back, and of course Ticketus. One of the really annoying parts of this deck to play against, sometimes discarding the enemies or the opponent's really key cards. And Paladin. Paladin has been seeing a few different teams that are really strong in their decks. You could play different teams of Paladin. First of all, you have the Secret package. Second of all, you have the Libram package that is still strong from last expansion. But you could also play a hybrid version just like this. This has actually seen some tops in some tournaments. So this is the list that I am going for. Something that revolves a lot around the secrets with a Sword of the Fallen. Really good weapon that's getting you a lot of value. You always want to play this on 2, getting those secrets out as soon as possible. It only plays 1 Oh My Yogg, no get downs, and it still plays the Penflinger but no Broom. You could play a Broom, but then you would play more around a more Libram focused deck, probably without secrets. This deck also plays Kazakis, because on 4 there aren't really that great options for Paladin, except for a Carriol Rome, which is a really good addition because you also play a lot of holy spells. You could also play the package which features Rally. I've seen some Rally decks having some success in Paladin, but this deck focuses on the Libram and Secret package, also with Lady Liadrin, just getting you a lot of value in the end game. Last but certainly not least, it is the Spell Mage, or the No Minion Mage, however you want to call it. The deck of Lunacy Mage is just really strong right now. It's so insane. It's really good. It has some really good additions. For example, the Refreshing Spring Water, just netting you 2 cards for free. Pot of Greed in Hearthstone is also pretty good, and the deck just has a lot of draw power. Along with that, getting you faster to the deck of Lunacy, but also having the option to discover the deck of Lunacy off of the Ruined Orb. But if you do not get the Deck of Lunacy, you can still play around a lot of value from Font of Power. You get a lot of value out of Apexis Blast, and the deck without Lunacy is just really good on its own. The reason why Deck of Lunacy is a really strong card right now is because the card pool is just a little bit tight. There's not a lot of cards or spells yet that you can low roll on. We're also playing the 2 Flame Strikes, 2 Mask of Cartoons to get some of those 10 mana spells out. For example, the Hunter one, which is called the Negrand Slam. Getting that on turn 6 or turn 7 is just really insane. Usually or sometimes you can get Survival of the Fittest as well. That's also really good if you have some board presence, but you generally just want to go for that Negrand Slam on turn 6 or 7. I think a really insane deck, and honestly standing above all the others. It's kind of a tier 0 deck right now. A lot of people are trying to play against it because there's such a wide population playing this deck. People trying more aggressive decks like the Face Hunter or Stealth Rogue, which are generally pretty good against the deck, but still having a really high win rate against those decks as well. I think just one of the tier 0 decks right now. Alright, so in the end I think these 3 decks are really gonna give you a lot of wins on ladder and getting you a positive win rate for sure. I think there are a lot of other decks that are viable as well, but I just think these 3 decks are standing out way above the other ones. There's still a lot of room for some innovation in decks. I think there has been some Druid decks coming up still, and maybe with the mini set coming up some things can change, but right now I just think that the Lunacy Mage deck is so insane and might even get addressed. So I think you have to enjoy the Deck of Lunacy Mage once it is still unnerved. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you liked this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Leave a comment on what you think of these decks. Do you like playing Deck of Lunacy, or do you just hate seeing it right now? And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!